Welcome back to Forsland's Fun Factory, where today we're going to be working on this. Satisfying noises. Got it. Never miss the time to use power tools. Alright, she's packed up, and our next step is to dump the fluid in. I tried to roll the blanket in as much as I could in order to take up some more space within my frame here, but it should do. Got some in there already, but that's okay. Hopefully 5 gallons is enough. So a quick little reminder, this frame set here we picked up for parts for our clunker that we built in a different series. If you'd like to go see my channel, feel free to search around, you should find it in there. This is a Peugeot Saint Laurent. It's, as you can see, pretty rusty, especially on the white paint. It's not held up well. You can probably find a way to clear that up. It's pretty dirty. This derailleur is actually cased. It's got plastic in there and the plastic has given up. This one has plastic too, but still good there. She's dirty, filthy, rusty, and it's a much nicer frame set than our clunker. So it's not really worth trashing just yet. It's not bad by any means, but it does need some repair with the paint and rust. So today we're going to actually spend some time placing this into some Evaporust after stripping it down all the way, making a little tub for the Evaporust to sit into, and then also placing it in there for about 24 hours. Let's get this show on the road. Let's start off by getting rid of this chain. Do this derailleur next. Oh no. Power tools don't work when you have the wrong size. Let's go. Oops, dropped it. Little piece, rusty to the point where it's gone. Got it. Stripped as I could get it. Couldn't get this bottom cup out. Kind of a bummer, but I'll go around it. It's washed. So a quick reminder here, I got it all kind of ungreased. It was so thick in some spots, bottom bracket and rear dropouts, that I had to like brush it away pretty heavily. Some spots where the rust was pretty thick cleaned up a little bit, and other spots it did not. So our goal is to get this into the Evaporust. It's pretty crusty. I know it ain't gonna turn out brand new or anything, but we're gonna see what happens. In order to get it into Evaporust, I either need to have a very large tub, expensive probably, or some way to soak the whole frame entirely. And what's going to happen is I'm going to end up making a little tub of my own out of plywood, not plywood, pallet wood, just because it's junk and I don't really care about it. So let's take this out to the garage and see what we can do. So we're going to fashion up a tub out of the scrap wood, use a shower curtain to lay in it, and then maybe towels on the inside of the frame so we don't have to dump so much fluid in there. If you do a Google search on this, there's a way to use water to kind of float the frame, but I think this is going to end up being easier and less messy in the long run. Never missed a time to use power tools. Part of the future, so it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. I am just going to try to set up these so they sit kind of high. The first one here I kind of picked up on. All these corners are the same. Not that it really matters that much, but it's me. Just grab these screws even too. Don't matter too much. No means it's perfect. So we got our little tub finished, but we're going to use pails and then a blanket and then some other things jammed underneath just to try to take up some more space here. Quick little image, I got to pull the frame back out and then add the shower curtain that I got at the dollar store and then dump it in. Alright, she's packed up, and our next step is to dump the fluid in. I tried to roll the blanket in as much as I could in order to take up some more space within my frame here, but it should do. Got some in there already, but that's okay. Hopefully 5 gallons is enough. I want to get the whole frame. Ooh. I do have one little high spot here, so I'm thinking about either flipping the frame or it's getting a little bit up on top of there, but it's not really entirely as good as I would like. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that corner, but for now it's all buttoned up. I had to add some material, just sheets of paper, to force the fluid level up further on this corner here, so we'll see what happens. And a little bit of overflow. So it is the next day here, and things have changed. The level has gone down significantly. Looks like I maybe lost a bunch of it to the garage floor or something. Crazy. Alright, we're at 28.5 hours, and I'm going to remove this and then try to collect a little bit of Evaporust that's still in there. Hopefully it kind of did something. I did try to brush some of those spots that kind of looked a little bit thicker, and it didn't really make too much difference. So I might attack it with some CLR and see if that maybe does something too, but I'm going to remove it. I am amazed at how orange it got. I mean, it was a little orange before, if you remember seeing that as I was dumping in, but this is like refined to a crazy point. Looks like orange juice. Alright, so we have the beginning of cleanup here. I gotta actually get this thing wiped down and then protect the frame in the spots where the paint is basically worn away. I gotta get this stuff thrown away because it's all sorts of gross. You know, I have rags and blankets and scrap wood. It's all going in the trash bin, so let's do it. Before we head in, I did misplace a bunch of this, so down from 5 gallons to about maybe 1.5. It did seep through the shower curtain, so in hindsight that was a pretty bad idea. I just bought plastic. It went through my garage floor. Didn't see it seeping out anywhere else, so not great, but it happens. Alright, we're going to give this a rinse down real quick. So we have the bike back up here in the stand. I washed off or rinsed off as much of that kind of orange rust as I could. If we pull in and look real close, what we're going to find is that rust is gone completely. And you know, there is some left within the white paint if you look real close. I'm going to try to find something to hopefully take care of that also. But the rust that was just on the metal has come off very well. A little bit of orange there. So hopefully we can compare and contrast the frame before and after. And in reality, you know, this is never going to be brand new, but it does look really, really good compared to what it did. So hopefully I can clean it up even a little bit more. I have a nice colored Peugeot St. Laurent mountain bike frame just to kind of play around with whenever I get to the point where I want to do something with this one. So it's looking very nice. I'm actually going to use some CLR on this and see if it doesn't peel off some of that orange nastiness. It's sticky. It's probably the Evaporust still in there, so I got to do some more cleaning. But coming right along, looking very, very good, and a little bit more clean. We're going to try a little bit of lime away on this rust. We'll see if it doesn't help just a little bit. So hopefully we can get something going. If anything, it'll work on that Evaporust. So hopefully something. I just wish this white would clean up a little bit better. It really doesn't look that great. So might have to find some other alternative to clean the rust even more. I don't know. Not looking like it's helping all that much. Baking soda, vinegar. Well, let's see. It does look like it's doing something, because it's not staying white. It might be coming out of the brush too, so I don't know. Not really doing much. So wrapping up, you're seeing a fairly close side-by-side here. Evaporusted on the right and kind of crusty on the left there. Overall, the frame did clean up pretty well. The green looks excellent. The white has not cleaned up. Anywhere that there's rust above the paint, it kind of didn't really work on it. But the paint that had rust below it did kind of flake off in a couple points. The white does look better. It also looks way better because there's no gunk and nasty parts all over this bike still. But it did come out pretty well. Overall, I would probably try this again if I had a little bit more Evaporust. I might buy some more. If you like content like this, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll be doing some more bike stuff. I also have plans to engage in some other content too. Riding, small engines maybe, cars, stuff like that. So if you could, like and subscribe, and get out there, enjoy your bikes, have fun, and mess around with stuff. See ya.